All right. Good evening, Speed Gaming 3. We are here with a quarterfinals match. What you have on your left of your screen, yes, it says RedBirdGrad, but it is Clueless tonight. And on the right side is TGE, and he is Keyless. I am Narrator. Joining me tonight is Laws Cards Fan. How you doing tonight, Laws?
Oh, I'm doing great. And boy, oh boy, this is a great matchup here as we are getting down to the nitty gritty here. That's right. This is the quarterfinals of the Zelda Randomizer tournament here on Speed Gaming 3. And let's go over the path to how these runners got to the position that they have gotten themselves into. So for TGE, he went 5-1 in group play, defeating JLo, Trails, Namanva, Antlers, and Cantaloupe Me, with his only loss coming against the #1 seed, Jay Coper. And then
that loss being only a matter of seconds and a bomb in 9.
Right. That is just absolutely amazing. If it weren't for that, he would still be undefeated. But then again, he'd probably have a different set of opponents he would have had to take it down. So, hey, sometimes it works out for the better. So you had Stun, Nochibato, and Zardia in the group play. He survived that. And then he defeated Stun 2-0, and the creator himself, Fred Coughlin, 2-0 as well. So he's had a very good knockout stage up to this point. RedBirdGrad, on the other hand, went 4-2 in the Swiss rounds, defeating Adirondack Rick, Dr. J, Truant Gamer, and Panzer Dave, with his 2 losses coming against Shaddy and former champion TA909. In the group play, he survived against King Doll, Elendar, and Dunlo. And then in 2 matchups here so far in the knockout stages, he's had to come from behind 1-0 down, not once, but twice, defeating Elendar 2-1, and then defeating the Cinderella story, beat Slamu 2-1 as well. We are underway now, Noristra.
Absolutely, and we start Lost Hills on the recorder screen, if I remember correctly. So interesting routing going to take place here as we also discover that hello, Wizrobes. How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah, Wizrobes in the overworld, and because TGE is playing as a Wizrobe, that means all Wizrobes on the screen will appear as Link, and TGE is about to encounter that screen right now. Another dangerous screen here to get to vanilla level 6, but TGE finds an opening, so we're about to find out what's behind that door, and we've got some money. 38, that is really good for a medium secret. Anywhere between 25 and 40, you love to see a 38.
No, you'll take that as Redbird finds its favorite level.
And TGE threaded the needle. Those Wizrobes let TGE go, and he could continue on here in Death Mountain. Man, it's very hard to get past that vanilla level 6 screen like that, and TGE doing it flawlessly as Redbird finds our first bonus cave. He'll pick up the blue candle. That'll increase his exploration, give him a little bit of a weapon as well, and TGE finds that same level 7.
Tej is a little bit more likely to stick his head in the 7. I've been speaking with Tej throughout the week and throughout the entire tournament as far as races, and he's very much named himself a gambler. He likes to look for opportunities, and here's an opportunity.
Instant Triforce there for TGE, and we find the bait is 80 rupees, but you can't tell if that's just the cheapest part of the spectrum of the expensive bait or the most expensive part of the spectrum of the cheap bait, because the range is anywhere between 40 to 80 and 80 to 120 respectively, as TG finds his first bonus cave, picks up that same blue candle, Narastra.
No, absolutely. And so, we find bombs at 28 rupees. Not necessarily what you want to see. Not great, not bad. It's meh.
Yeah, I've seen plenty worse than that. A 40% markup, though, is no bueno. And TG going to try to do that same screen scroll, having a little bit of trouble as Redbird is nearing vanilla start and finding level 8.
Level 8 being a good one to find early. Kind of going back, if you've been watching the tournament, you know the flag sets. We have something blocked on the overworld. One of the dungeons, the white sword item, something is blocked.
More Wizards at start. More
that's
money.
That's a good dungeon to have early.
Hey, our small secret's a paltry 6 rupees. I think the medium secret, I'm going to say, will be in the low 8, or the large secret, I beg your pardon. I'm going to go for low 80s. But meanwhile, TGE has found level 9, found 1 screen south of the blue ring shop vanilla.
Yeah, and Redbird just found that a little while ago, so kind of following in his footsteps here. Both of our runners are looking for mostly a
take any roads. One of them takes you to Death Mountain. One of them takes you to the northeast. I forgot where the 4th one was, but one was in the northeast, one was in the southeast, one was at Death Mountain, but I don't remember the 4th.
Yeah, not bad.
And one, oh my goodness, one of all 4 corners, A+. These are A+ any roads right there, Norestra. A+.
Best any roads. Best any roads I've seen probably in years.
I cannot remember the last time I've seen any roads touch all 4 corners. Yeah, that's A+ right there, no doubt. All right, Redbird in the Northeast Tyrol section behind the Vanilla 100. Hey, we've got a secret, and it's a medium for 38. Now TGE back toward the Lost Hills.
Yeah, and back to what I was saying, our runners are kind of looking for the overworld items as TG gets trying to bomb. They're looking for an open cave that's got the sword. They're looking for the Armos item that could tell them what the sword block is, if it is blocked. They want to get over to the coast and see what that item is to see how important that ladder is going to be.
We have Blue Ring Shop at 233 rupees. TGE taking out the ropes and gets a nickel.
And we see the Armos item.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
It's a book.
Oh, the book does act as an atlas, so we don't have to search out the map in any of those 9 levels, but of course there is a little bit of a penalty there. Speaking of penalties, the Casino Corner had a door repair penalty, 1 of 9. So when you have the wand equipped with the book, whenever your wand makes contact with enemies or walls, it bursts into flames, and most runners will tell you it acts as more of a hindrance than it is a help. So we'll see how that comes into play in terms of combat is concerned. Behind Vanilla level 5, we have a door repair penalty, and how much is it? 24. Yikes, that's a big one.
No, definitely. But good thing is, we're early, so money's plentiful at this moment. We're not necessarily hurting for it, and we don't really know what we need to buy yet. We don't know if keys are going to be a factor. We haven't seen any sign of the any key. We don't know if we're going to need arrows, so money's not necessarily on our minds yet. That's a screen.
That is a deadly screen. 2 hearts of damage you lose from the beams, and there's a hit right there. Can Redbird sneak? Oh, he can! He's picked off right as he's about to enter the door. Pixel short. You hate to see it as TGE picks up his book. Wow. Talk about a pickoff move.
No, definitely no box here, but that's a really probably the worst spot on this overworld to die, as it is a long trip back to that location.
And TGE also taking an overworld death back to start. He goes. Now RedBirdGrad going to do some exploration at the Dead Woods. Imagine if that wood sword was behind that white sword spot.
I'm rooting for it at this point.
Well, I'm going to go with my traditional guess. I'm going to say Potion Shop next to Vanilla level 9.
That's always a good one, too. Another location.
And speaking of picked off, TGE also gets picked off right before he gets to the Vanilla 10 secret at the Dead Woods. Redbird finds the letter in the Dead Woods here, and it looks like he's going to head east towards Vanilla level 3 screen. TGE going to go back to the screen that he took that death on. And we do find level 4 in level 3's location. And TG gets there this time and finds just another door proponent, which he up and A's out of successfully, keeping his rupees intact.
Yeah, a little bit of a tech there of, if you can up A before the rupees are gone, the game will forget that it tried to take them from you.
So there's your shape for level 4. That's definitely a lowercase y.
And you can hear our runner saying, "Why am I doing this? Why am I here?"
Yes, Norestra, that is precisely what I was going after when I came up with that answer. We have an NSU room with some Maldorms, and they are squishy. They roll down on a candle hit.
If Redbird decides to up A out of that, I know it's 4. He's got 4 bombs, but I consider clearing that room with the bombs. If it's the Triforce, that's one less thing for you have to worry about.
Certainly here, but he opts not to do so. And hey, the slow-moving blue Eye-Trex looked like they rolled down to 1 HP or maybe 0. Remember that enemies are base value, but have a variance between anywhere of plus or minus 2. And hello, Troll Handler. Redbird wants no part of Troll Handler and will bomb to the east and finds our item. All he has to do is a clip. Tougher to do when you don't have the sword, but he's able to do so with the candle and finds the bow.
So that is important news, though. The recorder is technically required by that.
Yep,
So-
by logic. If you don't know how to do the block clip like that, then yeah, technically the record is required. So that may fill our requirement of needing one of those overworld items. Yes or no?
Well, the fact that the dungeon itself, the dungeon location or the white sword location will be blocked from the overworld.
Okay,
Now,
so that does not satisfy the requirement then.
It does not. But that may tell our runners that the recorder may have more requirement to it because it's bow blocked. It's going to kind of give our runners that information. If you see that and you find it, well,
Aha!
oh.
So we find our wood sword. It was behind the second forgotten spot. That can be a tricky one to remember to going back to. So Redbird at the 9-minute mark gets the wood sword.
That's a rough location for sword to be. Not a lot of runners want to route down there, especially without bombs. You see, Tej is going to avoid it for now.
And he's got no bombs. Now, it'll be behind that open cave, so he doesn't have to really worry about that at the moment. We see that Redbird going to go ahead and purchase those expensive 28 rupee bombs. TGE, unfortunately, does not get a bomb drop, but does get a nickel. Yeah, that spot that TGE doesn't have any bombs for is what I like to call the second forgotten spot. So it's the southwestern cave. So TGE was only about 40 seconds back picking up the wood sword. I'd say this is still pretty much an even race early on to Raestra.
Yeah, and in this case, yes, Redbird has the bow out of 4. That is not an item that Tej is, 1, going to forget, and 2, it's in a location in that dungeon where it's going to be hard to miss on your way for the Triforce.
Yeah, that's right in Raestra, because again,
it's not going to be that big an advantage yet.
Yeah, because again, it's not a segmented level 4. Both of the runners have the Atlas. They should not be able to miss that item as Redbird finding level 3. And yeah, once again, this is my favorite answer. It looks like the Moon Patrol thing in Moon Patrol for Atari.
It's a thing, that's for sure. But,
right. All right, it's a 17-room level 3, and it is not segmented, so if he finds a staircase, he'll find his level. Unfortunately, we have a key block to those 3 rooms to the left. TGE, meanwhile, is in level 4, should be able to get that bow. Hey, speaking of key blocks, we get a key that could potentially open up those 3 rooms. Redbird not going to, of course, use it right now. He's hoping those 3 rooms are not needed.
Definitely, and we'll see. We'll talk about this as it comes up. Tej is one who, we're talking about keys, really likes to push the envelope of this game. He doesn't really mind being low resources. So right now, this is playing where he wants to be.
Yeah, I like TGE's aggressiveness, knowing the opponents that are left in this tournament. Hey, sometimes you got to take a chance if you want to succeed in Zelda Randomizer. And here is that easy clip with the sword. He'll be delighted to find that bow here in level 4. A rupee boss now for Redbird. Gets another key out of it. So level 3 providing the keys that we need to perhaps succeed in this dungeon.
Definitely. It's always good in these early dungeons. Level 1 being notorious is we get 3 keys in level 3. Ah ha ha, we'll start counting.
Right, a potential staircase here, and we do have an Aquamentus, so we could see it guarding an item. Instead, it's the compass. So now we know where the Triforce is, so just looking for the item.
Yeah, but, level 1 is normally looked at as the one that the resource drainer. It's good to see a level 3, a level 2 early where you're coming out positive on resources instead of negative. So really happy to see this 3 handing out the goodies early.
All right, so unfortunately, they rolled up to 5 HP, the blue moblins here in Raestra.
Oh, goodness. Lucky Clock, though, is going to take care of this room for Redbird.
He just has to make sure he doesn't get Y-forced here. It's on the not in the spot I was really expecting, but there you go. The northeast corner, perhaps this is our item. Nope, it is not our item because of the shutter door. So now it looks like we may need one of those keys. Redbird going to use one of them right here. Another opportunity. Nope, not with the map. Maybe this room. Another Aquamentus. But is it going to be the item or is it going to be a red herring? And hey, they rolled down the 4 HP, but again, red herring, no dice for Redbird. TG continue to try to find that Triforce out of level 4. Not there.
Yeah, really interesting to see Aquamentus. We talk about the extra boss flag that's been turned on for this tournament. We've seen tons of patchers. I think if Tej sees another patcher, he's going to lose his mind. Redbird hasn't seen quite as many from what I've seen. but we've seen patches, we've seen gomas.
I just realized those keys rolled up to 2 HP and they normally have 0, and TGE does find his Triforce out of level 4, so he's now got 2 on the board.
Yeah, we don't talk about plus HP keys, so that's just rude.
Yeah, you hate to see it, as Redbird will grab the Triforce out of 3. I would imagine he's going to go back in.
At this point, I think you have to. It's early enough, it's a small enough dungeon, and he's cleared almost every room. He's only looking for a staircase, so he's not going to have to fight any rooms that don't require him to clear.
So it does look like that locked door to the left of that old man is going to have our item as TGE circling near start and finds level 8.
Like we said earlier, level 8's a good one to find. 2 items in here. Yes, it's a big dungeon, but at least for your effort, you're probably going to walk out with some resources, some items, and hopefully a Triforce.
You know, speaking of items, speaking of resources, we needed all 3 keys, but we do get a refund from this glitch. This room is going to have our item. This parentheses room, we need to clear out these 5 HP blue moblins.
The end of the world. Annoying, but not the end of the world. As Tej has got himself a segment here in 8. That'll be the only segment staircase we see, though, as this 8 is 1 complete block.
Correct. It's not a segmented level 8. It's 38 rooms, and we do find, hey, double our attack power with the white sword. And hey, now we don't have to worry about 2-shotting the keys. The white sword will do the trick nicely.
No, absolutely. And this is really good for Redbird. One of the things that he said coming back into this tournament is he has kind of stepped away from the Z1 and Z1R community prior to this tournament is his combat's very rusty. So every little piece of weaponry upgrade, defensive upgrade, helps him recover from some of that rust that he's still fighting through.
So we have a 38 room level 8. So depending on what the size of level 7 is going to determine whether or not level 9 is going to be a behemoth or not. If level 7 ends up being huge, level 9 won't be that big because level 7, 8, and 9 all share that same grid.
Yeah, unfortunately, both of our runners have already seen level 9 before we found the book, so we'll have to wait before we get to see how big that 9 is.
Yep. Ditto with level 7 as well. That was the first dungeon that we saw at the start of this match. So TGE down to half a heart and is like, hi Manhandler, bye Manhandler.
Absolutely. This might be one of the worst rooms to fight a Manhandler in. There are very few rooms where Manhandler is.
Oh, but we find a potential ladder block, that Chevy room. So TGE gonna have to find a workaround. Looks like he's able to do so.
Yeah, the nice thing with level 8 being this big and this open is that workaround should exist in most cases. The only problem being is...
Oh my goodness. This key's really giving TG fits. Finds another key, so that's not a push block. Meanwhile, Rubber did find another bonus key. Picked up the heart containers, now up to 5 hearts. A 2 and 3 chance of picking up the white sword item if we can find it. That's a potion shop. Looks like TG is going to bail out of level 8 for now. Or no. Thought he was going to bail out.
Well, he ran into what appeared to be a Goma block in the top half of the 8. So, kind of got to figure out. Redbird's got level 2 now.
Yeah, nice 16-room level 2 here for Redbird. And finds the red candle, this TGE. It's early enough to go ahead and pick up, especially when you have these 2 HP keys to deal with. I like this pickup here, because with the red candle, you can fire it as many times on the screen as you want, but a maximum of 2 shots can be on there at any time. With the blue candle, you can only use it once on the screen, and if you want to use it again, got to go elsewhere. So, solid pickup this early for TGE.
Absolutely, and it definitely depends. You know, we talk about the red candle being one of the items that loses its value quicker. If you've got the wand, if you've got a boomerang and it's handling the overworld enemies and the underworld enemies nicely, you maybe shy away from it just because you don't need it. It takes time to pick it up, but early on, it's definitely a good pickup.
No question about it here. Redbird trying to ladder on the feet. Don't blink, you'll miss it in a race trick, because that's actually one of the first times I was able to spot an item on the feet because I was paying attention to Redbird. He gets the rupee boss and bam, ladder on the feet.
Now again, I don't believe we've seen the coast item, so I imagine Red's gonna make a beeline as soon as he gets out of this 2 for that, just to see what it is, but it's in a spot where Teach is not going to necessarily miss it. There's not a lot of combat in this too. So again, unless that coast item is critical and it takes a while for Teach to get in here, we're still pretty knotted up.
Yeah, it's pretty close right now. It's hard to say who's got the lead at this point. As Redbird, we find a potential Dig Dogger blocking, trying to find out where this Triforce is. Not in a Triforce room, and we found a lot of keys. Redbird up to 4. And look at this, TGE's going in the right direction for his White Sword item. Amazing.
And he'll have just enough keys if I remember. Oh no, Manhandler rolled up.
Oh, Superman Handler. You hate to see it if you're a runner. You love to see it if you're in the studio audience. TGE just needs to clear this room, and he is going to get his White Sword.
Yeah, Red Kid is going to make a little bit cleaner work of this room. Just able to put out more damage than Redbird was at the time.
Yep, he's about to get his White Sword. So this could be a level where TGE gains on Redbird because he may be clearing this faster than he did.
No, absolutely. And when we do get to the point where Redbird is looking for items, he is potentially going to dig level 8 before he digs some other dungeons. So that red candle may come back and be an important piece here too.
Most certainly can. Still looking for the Triforce here in level 2, where we are running out of rooms here, Nerestra.
I'm liking that Dig Dogger, but it's probably in this key door right here.
Well, let's see if you're right. First, we got to take down the IHOP. 5 of these likes, 9 HP base value. Nothing! And we've got 2 rooms left.
It's really looking like that Dig Dogger.
That's a 1 in 3 chance right now. Unless that Dig Dogger is blocking a room. Did Manhandler guard anything?
Well, we're in level 2. There's a shoot room in here. This is
he got the bullseye, but because it's Super Manhandler, Redbird can't take him down. He's in trouble because one more hit and he's down for the count, and he is down for the count as TGE makes quick work out of that level 3. He got his Triforce and he's out.
Yeah, so right now, Teach with what appears to be a commanding lead of Triforces is a little deceptive at this point.
Yeah, right now, it's really hard to gauge who's in the lead. To me, it's too early to tell. Unless we find like a backbreaker, that's when you might see somebody pull away from the other.
Yeah, right now, I mean, these two can close on pretty much anyone. The only person in the tournament left who might be closing better than these two is Random Effect.
Oh, I completely agree. He's one. No lead is safe going into level 9. You know, we call level 9 the great equalizer for a reason. You can have a 30-minute lead on him, and he can either cut it to like 5 minutes or less, or somehow win it. I mean, you can't just... And look at that. I'm doing the commentary, Nerestra. I will take full credit for this poverty seed.
I mean, realistically, yeah, the big secret's bad, the small secret's bad, but the medium secret's not horrible as Redbird's found level 6 now.
Yeah, it's definitely below average, that is for sure. That's 64 large, but yeah.
You're not happy to see it.
No, you're definitely not happy to see it, but again, it's me doing commentary. You expect to see low money seeds for that large.
You at least hope to. I think you're more disappointed when the money rolls good.
32 rooms is this level 6. We were 1 room away from the level 7 moniker coming to fruition here, but that's still kind of on the average side of a level 6, because, you know, level 6 can roll to over 40 rooms, and 2-door money does Redbird have to play. Now, TGE is back in this level 8. He came away with the red candle, no Triforce, and not the second item either.
Yeah, I don't necessarily hate the dig of 8 here for Teach. Realistically, he's thinking that if he can push the advantage of getting both items out of 8...
Oh! Fires rolled down to 2 HP. That's a good source of bombs right there, Nerestra.
Nice. That's always wonderful to see when you're looking for a bomb dropper that's easy to kill. Nothing like the only enemy in the dungeon being red dark nuts that rolled +2.
Absolutely here. Redbird continued to explore this level 6, finds a push block that would open the shutter door. Oh, takes a nice, nasty hug on those Gibdos there. 2 hearts of damage, but gets a lot of bombs for his efforts. So we did find a workaround to that river room there on Redbird's side, and another Goma, but I don't think we have not found wood arrows yet, or any arrows.
Yeah, I don't believe we've seen an arrow shop yet. That may be our secret shop or the rare shop, as it's called.
All right, Redbird avoiding the bombs just in case he may need them later on in another game of two-door Monty that RedBirdGrad is going to have to play here. Finds another key, though, so that should help. And he'll go left, and we find Zelda's room, but Zelda being kidnapped by Aquamentus, nothing doing there for TGE. We're still trying to find the Triforce and that second item here in level 8. Nice fight there for Redbird, taking down that three-headed Gliok, but only to find a Goma. Boy, we could sure use some arrows.
Yeah, definitely. Each one of these seeds has had kind of this boss of the night theme, and it's definitely feeling like Goma tonight.
Yeah, Gomas, Aquamentus, we've seen plenty of those, and here, now TG's about to find out Superman Handla. Oh, but the BMOs say no way, Jose, and Redbird finds a mugger room, but we are able to bomb to the south.
Yeah, having ladder in here, definitely one of the advantages. The bubbles being stuck on the inside helps too, but Redbird's going to be able to fight this room relatively safely.
And finds a heart container. Now remember, heart containers are not part of the shuffle except for the coastal heart container. So each of our 8 dungeons is going to have a heart on the floor. With that heart, Redbird is now guaranteed the white sword item if he can find it.
No, absolutely. Indeed, it's just a heart short from being guaranteed, but right now, I don't know that either one of them really are concerned about the white sword item.
Well,
and I don't hate their play right now. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's silver arrows, we're all concerned about it, but...
Another Goma. Yeah, your prediction on Gomas being the predominant enemy. Uh-oh, if TG finds that ladder block, that Chevy room, but that room means nothing to TGE. He's going to have to find a workaround.
Bird's stymied by yet another Goma.
And we find another Gliok, this time a 4-headed variety, and wants no part of it with 1 heart left. Every time you get hit by their fireballs, you lose 1 heart, so that would take Redbird back to start. Triple bar room might have our item, or it might have our transport staircase, but I think Redbird's already checked it.
Yeah, he checked that room already, and unfortunately, nothing there.
Okay, a single block room may... Oh, got a little too close to that gel there, and now he's down to half a heart. This does push. Is it our item? Negative.
No, but that might be a useful way around this silliness that this 6 is kind of providing right now.
Especially if Redbird were to take a death here, which he does, man. Commentator's curse. Sorry, Redbird.
You're not that sorry. Neither
No.
am I.
Well, I know people like to see the Schadenfreude here, so hey, speaking of which, I mean, we do have TGE racing here, the king of Schadenfreude. I mean, let's be honest.
No, absolutely. So right now, we're 30 minutes in as Teach finds the 107 bomb upgrade here. We're closing in on 30 minutes here. Realistically, if you're either one of these runners, you're starting to feel behind almost. Like progression has stopped from where we were a minute ago.
Right. Okay, I was mistaken about the blue moblins. They did not roll the 5 HP. They only have 4 HP. It just felt like 5 the first time I saw them.
Yeah, with wood sword, everything feels like it's rolled up. Once you get white sword, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, they went down in 2 white sword hits, so they can bomb them for bombs if they must. And what I mean by that, a nasty death there for TGE in that keys room full of those BMOs. Is this our item or is it the connector? It was the connector. Always check your staircases.
But heck of a candle boost there to get through that without dying.
Now see, if this ends up being the item room, if he would have just taken that staircase, he could have saved himself about a minute. He's down to half a heart. He's got to be careful. And it's a red herring anyway, so never mind.
Yeah, T just had enough of the 8. He's definitely feeling ladder blocked here, which is going to impact his choices of kind of routing.
And he never found the Triforce either. And there's the bonus K for TGE. Now both runners are guaranteed that white sword item, whatever it might be. But we're still trying to find the item and the Triforce here in 6. It could be here in this pancake room.
Heard you like to spin keys, Laws. Good grief, this 6 is taking them all.
Man, is this level 6 or is this level 1 Narastra?
It is eating all of it. It's giving them back at least.
At least, see, that's what level 1 does not do, Narastra, is provide you with keys. I mean, in level 6, anything goes. But if you're in level 1, you see a lot of locked doors, forget it. The game's not going to give you any.
Oh, and here we go. Teach now into level 3.
We just had to bump. And another Dig Dogger blocking a staircase here. That's 2 so far tonight. And just a banana.
But again, Recorder here is now blocked 2 items by logic. So, where is that Recorder?
Well, more importantly, where's that Triforce in 6? Because Redbird decided to leave without it. Maybe he's blocked.
Yeah, between the Gomas and the Dig Doggers, I think he's kind of surmised that he's better off coming back with some arrows and some musical instruments.
Yeah, because we've not even checked the ladder on him. Because imagine if that silver arrows and these runners could have checked it 20 minutes ago.
Oh, well, Tej couldn't. He's about to find his ladder in this room.
Yeah, he's going to find it here in the Rupee Boss room. And the Coast, another snipe job here. My goodness gracious. These are your world champion skeet shooters right here.
The Lionels are out for blood. Now, it's not the worst death in the world. Is Redbird's going to be able to world wrap here and pick up the Coast item anyway. So it's annoying, but it's not a big time loss.
This might be the first time I've ever seen the coastal item first discovered via the world wrap, and it turns out to be our Recorder. That's huge.
Yeah, that's absolutely critical. I believe this is our 3rd or 4th take any now that we've seen. I think we're getting close to all of them being done.
I think you may be right as TGE finds a key here. Yeah, if it turns out that this Triforce in level 2 was Recorder blocked by one of those oh, he gets the strike and he almost got the double strike, but great fight there by TGE. 2 well-placed bombs and a sword stab to take out that Superman handler, but the Triforce is not there either.
Yeah, I think at this point we know beyond a shadow of a doubt the Triforce is blocked by that Goma now.
Or that Dig Dogger, you mean?
Oh yeah, the Dig Dogger, sorry.
Yeah, there's that heart container for TGE. I mean, obviously TGE does not know about the Recorder block, but yeah, this Dig Dogger right here that you see TGE passing by is Redbird finding level 5. 23 rooms. It's about an average size level 5, I'd say.
That's not too bad. Redbird finding more projectiles in his face, and he's going to pick up that heart. But yeah, we've got beams and bananas. It's rough out here.
All right, he's going for it again. TGE, I'm liking his aggression here. Nice shot, and there's the compass. Now we're about to find out. Yep, that's it. It is indeed confirmed. Recorder blocked. TGE knows it.
Yep. No, it's one of those things where you're pretty sure it is, and Teacher's going to do the same thing. He's going to up A, he's going to world wrap here. He's got his
yeah, and he may make a quick trip back to level 2, or he just may continue to explore. If I was TG, I'd probably continue to explore, and he'll probably stumble upon that same level 5 that Redbird did. Now TGE has to nail this world wrap, otherwise that's gonna cost him time. Let's see if he can get it. Nails it perfectly. Perfectly.
But I do like a little different play here if I'm Tej.
Well, we'll see how.
I like the up A and go back to. I like to check the cave down here to the south because you've not been here yet. But I don't hate up Aing here pretty quick and going back and checking that start screen, because if you can push the advantage of knowing where the dungeon block is, then that's a huge advantage that you can have.
All right, Redbird found the transport in level 5, but decided not to take it. We're going to check Vanilla level 8's location, and that's some money. That's a medium for 38. Map not needed for Redbird. He has the Atlas. More money. That's one of the quote-unquote large secrets for 64 rupees. By the way, range is anywhere between 50 and 150. And when you're on when I'm on commentary, you can be sure there's a 90% chance it's going to be 70 or less. And TGE finds that same level 5.
Yeah, so I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I have not done a great job of tracking our dungeon, but I believe we're missing level 1.
Yes. That is the only dungeon we have not found yet is level 1. And that level has to be blocked by one of our means, whether it's the power bracelet, just like Redbird's picked up, or the raft. And power bracelet, it's a 2-to-1 advantage for power bracelet spots versus 2 raft spots. So if level 1 is power bracelet blocked, then he's going to be silver arrows away from being in go mode. TG going to pick up that same power bracelet.
It could also be recorder blocked under recorder lake. We have not seen that, even though that is our start screen. So
that is true. That is true. I mean, we forget about the recorder because we've already seen 3 blocks in dungeons, but that doesn't necessarily rule out that level 1 can be behind recorder lake, but time will tell.
And chat pointing out also, we have not seen the white sword item, which also could be our overworld block.
Yes. And for all we know, level 1 might be in Death Mountain.
Well, yeah. Oh, well, it could be that raft is our white sword item, and that's how we get to level 1, which would be hilarious.
A chain reaction. I like your way of thinking. But Redbird getting bopped around here on the screen, and that's just nothing but a quote-unquote hid shop. Remember that it's 100% community hints. These runners are on their own. Redbird has enough to purchase the blue ring if he's interested, and he's going to go ahead, pick up that medium secret. Now he's got the maximum number of rupees.
I think at this point he really wants to see an arrow shop.
Yeah, we haven't seen an arrow shop, which means it's going to be in Death Mountain. I mean, let's be real here. But first, we're going to check this.
It could also be blocked by one of our items as the rare shop, which would be even better.
Oh, that would be nasty. I like your way of thinking. And if there's a Goma block along the way, then they're going to need those wooden arrows. Redbird going to get a refund.
I think my favorite solution here is you've got white sword under the recorder lake that gives you raft, which gives you access to level 1 and the access to the rare arrow shop.
Redbird going to check.
My favorite solution.
That's just a casino. There's no point in gambling when you have the maximum number of rupees. And nice clutch finish there for TGE, down to half a heart to take out the 4-headed Gliok and collect his 4th Triforce piece of the match. And there's the blue ring. Redbird not interested in a race straw. No, he's changed his mind.
Yeah, I think at this point this is the right decision. Like we said earlier, one of Redbird's comments leading up to this race has been that his combat has been rusty. He's dying a lot in these seeds, and so anything you can do to mitigate that problem is advised in this situation.
And TG's debating the small shield. Now, or the magical shield, not the small shield. All right, Redbird going back to the screen he died on earlier. Oh, blue Lionel's rolled to 4 HP. I love to see that.
Yeah, that's good news for our runners, definitely.
All right, clears them all out. What's in this cave? Just a potion shop.
No harm, no foul there.
Nope. With the blue ring, RedBirdGrad's defense will be doubled, so you'll only be taking half the damage that he would have taken without the ring. Of course, the red ring would double it one more time. The way this is shaping up right now, I'd like to see standard fare in level 9.
No, absolutely. Now, question I'm going to have for Redbird here is, I'm pretty sure he's seen all the dungeons that we've seen. He's seen 7, he's seen 4, he's seen 2, 8, 9, 5, 6. So he knows level 1's the dungeon he's missing. Oh.
There it is, which means that the white sword item is blocked by power bracelet, raft, or recorder. We're about to check recorder lake here on TGE side. Does it have the white sword item? No, it is the cheap bait shop. Oh! Oh, you love to see it. And that is the rare shop. So the cheap bait, you get a modest, 6 2/3% discount. Not too bad with the 56. The wood arrows did roll up a little bit, but yeah, that's a huge find for TGE. Goodbye, Gomas.
Yeah, and if Goma's blocking silver arrows, that could be huge. Also, hello, third Dig Dogger blocking a Triforce.
Oh, wow. 14, by the way, 14 room level 1. So we do find our staircase item here in level 1. And yeah, we do need a recorder. That's a 4th recorder block in this dungeon. What do we have here? The raft. Now, will it have our white sword item block? That's the big question.
Here's the other question. Do we need it?
Probably not. The odds are against it, 2 to 1. But who knows? It'd be cool.
You're not going to hate seeing it.
Exactly. Now, we're still trying to find this floor item here in level 1. Redbird currently has 9 hearts. You know, we still haven't found the magical sword either. And they're getting very close to magical sword territory.
Yeah, but with that pickup of the raft, Redbird is in basically Silvers and Go mode. So once he finds the silver arrows, he's done. He just Triforce and get the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah, exactly. Now, there's the tea room. Could see our item here, but he's going to have to do a clip to get these other ones. And hey, what a great time for a clock, because now he won't be taking any damage. It'd be 1 heart or half a heart with the blue ring, but nothing here. We do see TGE is back in level 8, which is a level that Redbird has not done any exploration on yet.
Yeah, so it's almost a wonder here at this point. Has Tej committed too much to this 8?
Yeah, I mean, all we've seen so far is a red candle. If that second item turns out to be a bust, Redbird could have a blitz level 8 and really gain some ground on TGE.
Yeah, because if the item in 7 as well, the 7 was free.
Yep. You know, considering Redbird's doing this, I wouldn't be surprised if the silver arrows were in 7. But that, no. Because the white sword item being blocked, and it's got to be something important. Maybe that's the silver arrows.
It's definitely something in the back of your mind at this point, if you're a runner.
Okay, the orange Gomas did not... No, they did roll up, because it's normally 1 wooden arrow. It rolled up to 3 or 4 HP. I'm thinking of blue Gomas. That's the ones that require 2. 3. 3 wooden arrows, that's right. And there's the Triforce pickup for Redbird. He has got now 3, but I don't believe he has found the second item yet.
Now, we saw the heart container. I don't believe we saw the third, the third quote-unquote item as he's going back in.
Yeah, we're about to find out what this is, as TG is about to find the second item, which is the wand. Well, combat, that's fine and dandy, but unfortunately for TGE, that is not progression for him.
No, that's unfortunate for Teach that he's dug this deep and found nothing, but...
Oh, manhandle block potentially here, and he spent one of his maximum bombs. Keep that in mind.
Just the map.
Yep, I was going to say, once again, I was on his feet, and yeah, I did see that little shape that looked like the paper, so yep, that is just the map. Still no Triforce here, and no more bombs now for TGE. Is it here in the moat room? Come on, Aquamentus, it's just a nickel.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing going for Teach here is this 8 looks like it's going to be a dig no matter what you do.
It's the strap metal, and Redbird wants no part of it. He's done. Oh my gosh, if TG goes to this level 1 and he's down in the middle, facing off against those land molas, oh, I'm going to laugh so hard.
It definitely will be funny, but it's going to depend. He may be Triforce and Go mode at that point, too, depending on what we see here.
Oh, yeah, without the jewelry, he was trying to tank that manhandler there and got a little bit too overconfident. Back to start he goes. The any key is our white sword block. Wait a minute.
That checks out.
Yeah, but the any key is not, you know, an item required.
It doesn't have the white sword is the block, so it counts based on the flags.
So basically, wow, that I'm kind of I'm miffed a little bit, but there you go.
Yeah, so right now the question becomes: is it in 7 Or is it in 9?
Sabermetrics, Narestra. Do you take the gamble that the silvers are in level 9? Or do you play out level 7 thinking that the goods are there? Sabermetrics, Narestra. You'll love to see that decision.
Well, so the decision's going to be a little bit different for each of our runners. Redbird has 2 items outstanding in 8 at the moment.
Right. TGE.
So he's got to clear that out. Plus, plus, I don't remember. Did he see the banana in 6? I think he did.
Yes. TG's not been in 6 yet.
Yeah. So Redbird is likely going to dig 8.
Ooh. Let's see about these blue gomas. Do they roll down to 4? Do they roll up to 8? They roll down to 4. 2 wood arrows does the job. Very nice.
But so, if you're these 2 runners, as Teach finds his Triforce here in 8, if you're these 2 runners, you've got kind of a different math scenario. Teach is missing the items out of 1, because he hasn't seen 1 yet. He's missing the items out of 6, and he's missing the item out of 7. But Redbird's missing the items out of 8 and 7. So, mathematically, if I'm Redbird, I'm probably going to dig the items in 8 before I go to 9 to give myself closer to a 50-50. Might not dig 7, especially with that free early Triforce, but I'm definitely going to at least give my odds better than 50-50.
I agree, and just based on the setup, to me, I'm sticking by my guns here, Narestra. I'm looking for standard fare in 9.
Now, Tej is a lot more risk-averse, and he will, or a lot less risk-averse, he will do something crazy like dig that 7 over going into 9. He likes to push those boundaries and push the gambling. But I think in this scenario, with that free Triforce early, if he feels behind, he will make that play. If he feels like he's ahead, he's absolutely going to go to 9 and play the odds. Considering
that Redbird only has 3 Triforce pieces and we are 45 minutes in, he's got to feel he's behind.
I don't know that Tej feels that much better though. He's
got 5.
Spent a lot of time in that 8.
Yeah, he might feel he's behind as well. We might see both runners gamble 7. TG's going to find the any key here with 8 hearts, more than enough to pick it up, so both of our runners no longer have to worry about locked door problems the rest of the seed. All right, Redbird getting his bombs prepared here to take down the Dig Dogger by low. Look at the prices here. Pepsi 34, Coke 71. It's a Pepsi day. It costs more than twice the value to buy the Coke than it does the Pepsi. But with money not really being an object for TGE, he's going to go ahead and purchase the Coke anyways, as we find that teeny tiny small.
Yeah, a little bit different situation here where Tej was under the impression and still might,
picked off again! I'm telling you, I want these Wizrobes.
Review.
I want these Wizrobes on my baseball team so we can get all the pickoffs of speedy runners.
Good grief. Yeah, you're not leading off at first base with these guys.
No, you certainly are not. Not a chance in heck, Narestra. As now Redbird back into level 6 to try to get that Triforce.
They have to be lefties. That's the only thing that they have to be lefties.
Absolutely right.
Redbird has seen a lot of this 6 too. So again, depending on situations here, you know, if we end up getting Redbird digging 7 and finding the silvers in there, as now we can get rid of these free keys.
Yep, now when you see the mugger room, we can use the any key and that will act as a free pass, so we're not spending on bombs. And remember, Redbird already spent one of his max bombs as his TGE is now found level 1. And there is the bait block. Is it required? Probably not.
Yeah, it's really going to be hard to require it in that one.
And yep, it's not. So the 99 point, I'm starting to raise my percentage on bait not being required in seeds. I'm raising it to 99.9%. It's not required.
As Teach finds the blue boomerang, I'm pretty sure that's what he just saw.
For those of you just joining us, the any key is behind the power bracelet spot next to the fairy fountain. That's where our white sword item is. That's where the any key is.
Yeah, so both of these runners now know with Teach's discovery of level 1, all the dungeons, all the overworld items, and really the thing, we're missing 3 items. We're missing the red ring, the heart container, and the silver arrows, which can be in either 7 or 9 at this point. And they pretty much have an idea of that.
Yep, and one of those is guaranteed to be in level 9, if not both of them. Again, if I was a betting man, I would put both of those items in level 9, but who knows?
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm either one of these runners, the position Tejas in is...
Wow! TG leaving that heart behind. Well, this is where the Triforce was in level 1.
At this point, Tejas okay with his resources. He doesn't have a ring, but
yeah,
he feels pressure right now of how much time he spent in 8. He feels like he has to go.
Oh, I think they rolled up. Oh, nice shot. Get out of there. Nice job, TG. He'll get his Triforce. All right, Redbird back into now level 8. This is going to be his first attempt.
Yeah, so this could be big. The amount of time Redbird spends in this 8 versus the amount of time it takes Teach to get the Triforces out of 2 and 6, which 6 was a dig. Redbird spent a lot of time in that 6. But
TG must have saw the scrap metal in level 1 because he's left.
Yeah, he saw the scrap metal. So right now, the numbers are Redbird has items missing out of 7 and 8, along with 9. Teach has items missing out of 6 and 7, plus 9. So Teach is sitting at a 50% shot of silvers and 9, where Redbird is sitting at a slightly worse setup.
So Malkior's telling me that the other night when he was doing commentary, he found a bait blocked Ganon. I mean, something that you just don't see. I mean, it's extremely rare that you need the bait. But
that was fun.
I can imagine if you were on commentary or in the studio audience, you were having a ball. But if you were the runners, you were probably beating yourself for not having the bait, as Redbird now has a 20% chance of picking up the magical sword. We don't even know where the heck it is, and I don't think we're ever going to know where it is.
No, our runners aren't going to look for it at this point. You know where everything is, at least that you need.
All right, so now TGE back in level 2 to clean up the Dig Dogger here, and then it's just a matter of going to level 6.
Sync Dig Dogger kills here.
Yeah, absolutely here. All right, there is no arrows. By the way, TGE does have the ward arrows. Redbird does not. And there's a Triforce pickup for TGE. That is his 7th. Remember, TGE does have the wood arrows because he checked Recorder Lake. I still don't think Redbird has.
Redbird has not. Redbird has not been back to start. He's been in the dungeons.
Yeah, and if that path to the Triforce was Goma blocked, Redbird's in big trouble.
Yeah, because he doesn't have enough to buy the arrows even right now. As Teach is heading into this level 6.
Yeah, right now, TGE has got a commanding lead right now, but it's never over until that dot done is registered, because we call level 9 the Great Equalizer for a reason. And we still have saver metrics in play as well, because there's a 1 in 3 chance that the silver arrows are in level 7, a level that nobody likes to dig.
No, and the choice for Teach to not want to dig it is even worse. He doesn't have the Triforce. Or he has the Triforce. Redbird's going to have to go into 7. He's going to have to make that decision. Do I go ahead and dig this? Or do I take this free early Triforce and get out?
Yeah, if Redbird tries to seek out the item in level 7 and it's the silver arrows, right now, to me, that's the only thing that can save Redbird right now. The silvers have to be in 7. Or we need a level 9 for the ages.
We've seen a 20-minute 9 happen, so it's not the end of the world here, but it's definitely not great, as Teach is having a much faster 6 in here than Redbird did.
Oh, he most certainly is. He is plowing through this level 6 right now, but he's thinking maybe the Triforce is here. You know, you can't fault him. You can see the Triforce and the staircase be in the same room. That's just not going to be the case, but he is going to find this compass. He's going to check to see if the item is here right in the staircase. It's not. He's just going to proceed.
I think he saw the staircase above as well. So, you know, in Teach's case here, I think he's playing silvers and 9 right now is what I think he's playing.
I think, yeah, for sure, TGE. He's not even going to bother. He's going to go ahead and pick up this Triforce. I mean, he knows who he's up against in Redbird. He knows what kind of skills and routing he is capable of. But just right now, Redbird's having an off night. And it's going to happen to everybody as TGE picks up his 8th and final Triforce here. So he is now eligible to go into level 9. Now, he doesn't know it in his mind, but we know here in the commentator's booth, it's a 2 in 3 chance that the silver arrows are indeed in level 9. Let's see what TGE's decision is going to be.
Yeah, so he's got a tough choice here. You either go to 7 or you go to 9 at this point.
Or you look 6. I mean, those are his options.
He's leaving 6, so.
Right. So he's crossed that off. Looks like he's heading to 9.
And he may have seen the item. It's very possible that he stuck his head in, saw the item, and left because it was the banana.
Well, here we go. He's heading to level 9 right now. And remember, he does have a potion in his back pocket, which he can refill his health twice. So here we go at the 54-13 mark. Get a load of this level 9. Not all that big. And nearly symmetrical. So close, yet so far.
Yeah, and it's missing that entire blank column on the right. So that is an itty-bitty 9.
It most certainly is. Let me count this up. That's 42 rooms, definitely on the small side, which tells me level 7 was also big. And hey, our monster who will guide us through the next 30 minutes of level 9, Patra Wayne. You were waiting to see Patras. There's your Patras.
Oh, and our tracker also, who thank you again for tracking and hopping in here tonight. Also pointing out we're missing the S column in this thing, too. This thing is tiny.
Yep. Not as tiny as the one I saw earlier today. We saw a 39-room level 9. I think the smallest someone told me is that they saw a 38-room level 9. I mean, when levels 7 and 8 are big, level 9 is not going to be that big.
Yeah, so the big thing here is going to be resource management for Tej. What enemy set is in here? Can he get bombs in here easily? Right now, I'm not seeing a lot of friendly bomb droppers, so that might be a problem.
And there are 6 sets of transport staircases, and I do like this play by TGE, taking one of them, cross one off the board here, because there's going to be a lot of transport staircase rooms, 12 of them to be exact.
We'll see if we can get the audio switched so we can listen for the roar of Ganon. And with Tej in here, Laws, we are looking for a couple things now.
Yes, that is correct. Here's a potential situation. And there it is! Oh. That's Zelda's room right there. Or in TGE's case, that would be Ganon's room. What I was about to say is a single shutter door room like the one that TGE just cleared out. Since that shutter door did not open, TGE now knows the location of the kidnapped. In his case, it's Ganon. In Redbird's case, it would be Zelda. TGE is also going to be listening for the roar. Well, there is Ganon's room, but Ganon or Zelda nowhere to be found. If TGE hears the roar, then Ganon, or again in his case, Zelda, is one room adjacent to where he currently is in any cardinal direction. Now, TGE, though, has no jewelry. A Hyrule driver is going to cost him 4 hearts. And look at this, Redbird to 7.
Now, if the silvers were, or if the Triforce were deeper in this 7, I would feel more confident with Redbird digging. But I don't know. I think he's got to feel at the hour mark with 4 Triforces. He's got to feel under pressure here.
Now, this is a 34-room level 7. That is a tough one to dig out. So we had 32-6 and a 37-4. No 33 game. Come on. Where's my 33 rooms of pure torture?
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Right you are there, Norestra. And hey, we do find a bomb source here in level 9. These orange gorillas. We'll take that.
Redbird's making the play to 7, so
this is the race right here. TG does not need that compass. He already knows where Ganon is. Yeah, Redbird is taking a shot. This is the only thing right now that can save Redbird is the silvers being here in level 7. If we see anything else, TGE is in the catbird seat to take game number 1.
No, absolutely. And the question is going to be, how long does it take Tej in this 9 to find or decide to give up? Does he find an item and Ganon and then say, okay, well, I'm down to 50-50 in 7? What does that make the decision for him to bail? Does he stay in 7 after that point, or in 9 after that point? Really a tough decision coming up here.
Another transport staircase, so I do believe that's 3 sets so far, so 3 sets are left, plus the 2 item staircases. And more chances for bombs for TGE. And does it push? It does. Is this our item? No, it's our transport, and Redbird is going to take it. Next staircase he finds will determine what our items in level 9 are going to be. And is this a stealth staircase? Nope, we can bomb.
This run has potential, though.
It most certainly does indeed. Does it push? Nope. TG is expecting the dot done to happen. What a troll message there from that Vire.
That is great. Yeah, at this point, the muggers time.
So,
no,
that means
great.
no muggers in level 9. We've seen all 3.
No, absolutely. And yeah, chat pointing out if we do see a Goma here in 9 or in 7 and it's blocking what you need, that's going to be a problem for Redbird.
Oh, it most certainly is here. All right, we're checking this block. It pushes transport or item. Item, it's the Hark. The standard fare is not in 9. It's now 50-50. Now TG's really got to be sweating.
Yeah, you don't feel good at this.
Man, well, I would have lost a lot of money if I had a bet. I was looking for standard fare in 9, and Redbird is still very much alive if we find silvers in 7. But yeah, if it's Goma blocked, I think it's still game over.
It's definitely tough because you've got to have the money and you've got to get you have to have the thought process of that it can be blocked under the recorder, and if that's one of the screens runners do forget because it's only one screen.
All right, so we have 3 sets of transport staircases left, and we have 1 item staircase left. Not there for Redbird. Now, TGE does not know about the wooden boomerang in 6, and neither player knows about what's in 7.
He may have seen it. I'm fairly certain he saw it because he was in the room to the north, and I'm pretty sure that was the item.
Well, maybe it was. I personally didn't see him check, but then again, you know. No, he didn't see it.
He didn't see it.
Our studio audience has confirmed no.
Yeah, I do have to agree with our tracker that at this point, you've seen so much of 9, you have to stay in this 9 and commit. You cannot bail until you find the item in here.
Yeah, precisely. Because you're going to know where everything else is. And he does not know where Ganon, or in his case, Zelda is. There's this. The jewelry! Silvers are in 7!
Oh boy, here we go.
So Redbird's in the right dungeon, but can he get access to the silver arrows? And now it's decision time for TGE. If he makes the right decision, I still think he's in a very powerful position. If he makes the wrong decision, though, Redbird's still in this.
Here's the other thing. As our tracker shows, Redbird is missing the Triforce out of 4, 6, and 8.
And TG's making the right decision.
It is very likely the moon theme from DuckTales. I just got the audio up, and that's what it sounds like.
You mean it is not a Final Fantasy song? I am disappointed.
I'm shocked, but it's the best song.
It's not a bad song. You just have to be careful when playing it on stream, you know? But in any event, yeah, TG did pick up the red ring, so that did double his defense one more time. So Hyrule Driver would only cost him 1 heart. Now, Redbird does have the blue ring, which I do need to mark.
Yeah, so it's going to come down to oh, Redbird finds a Goma potentially blocking a stair.
And this might be the chain reaction right here. If that pushes, that's it. And you know, TGE, and this is wow. This is getting exciting here. Nope, this will be the transport. This will be the transport. And yeah, Redbird may be toast here if that Goma block is what we need. But TGE, though, is going to do this pretty much the same pathing as Redbird.
And it's kind of in this 7 so far from what we've seen, this is really the best route to take in this 7.
And
There's
Redbird
really
keeps not checking Recorder Lake. This is the only way he could get ward arrows. It's the rare shop.
No, absolutely.
There's the Mugger Room. TGE has the free pass.
I believe this is Redbird's going to go into 4. I don't know. He's seen the boat. He's going to go get the Triforce, or at least try to.
Right.
Which is the right thing to do. He's frustrated with this 7. He can't get the item, so he's going to go push the other dungeon. So at least he's in. All I need to do is get the stinking item, or maybe all I need to do is get into 9. You know, that's the other thought he's having, is maybe if I just go to 9, this thing solves itself.
All right, so TG getting some bombs from the dongos here. But he's got to unlock this room first. And he's getting troll dongo. Redbird will get his Triforce out of level 4, so that is his 6th.
Yeah, I definitely don't hate Redbird giving up here. Seeing that Goma block really probably gave him the idea of, okay, whatever I need's in 9. He doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
And you're frustrated, so go get the Triforces so that you can go explore 9 and stop beating your head into 7.
Exactly. He's going to gamble. But the thing is, if the Goma block that we thought was in level 8 is indeed true, Redbird's in trouble anyways.
No, absolutely. But that might lead him to... He's looking... Well, I thought he might be trying to prevent from being Slamooed here, but I think he's going to check the coast spot here. He's looking for arrows.
Yeah, no question about it here. What's behind Vanilla level 4? Just a potion shop.
Yeah, the question is, how long will it take him to remember that he has a musical instrument and it's on his start screen?
Oh, I know. And that's
easy to mark it off.
Exactly. It's easy to miss. It's like a forgotten spot, but not the forgotten spot you're kind of accustomed to seeing in Randomizer.
No, I know. I've done it in a tournament race where I had my entire screen mapped and I'm like, I can't find this. And then we finished the race and I'm like, yeah, it's under the Recorder Lake. And I go, oh. And I'm just sitting there staring at the one blank screen on my map going, I'm an idiot.
It's happened many, many times. I still remember the first tournament that I did commentary for between a top runner, mismarked an item on the map, turned out to be where level 1 is, and that was that. It happens to the best runners.
And it happens the worst time to the best runners.
Exactly, especially when they're staring at elimination. I mean, this isn't elimination right now. This is only game number 1 of this best of 3 quarterfinals between Redbird and TGE. But yeah, Redbird cannot feel good right now at the position that he's in at the moment. But again, it's not over until that done is registered.
And let's be honest, TG isn't feeling all that happy right now either. He knows where Silver's has to be pretty much. But here you are, hour and 5 minutes. You've cleared all of 9, and you're facing someone like Redbird. Here we go.
We need one more wooden arrow to take him down, and if this does push, this is all she wrote. And there it is. Wooden arrows required to get to silver arrows. This is pretty much lock, stock, and barrel, Norestra.
Yeah, it's gonna. I feel bad for Redbird. It's gonna take something ridiculous now, which. Tej did warn us that he was in the middle of thunderstorms, so it's not out of the... But these two runners are such sportsmen that they would probably re-race. But yeah, that's about the only way this goes south.
Yeah, absolutely here. Yeah, TG... Now, I don't know if we heard the roar of Zelda on TGE side. I'm guessing we did not, so he still has a little bit of homework left to do in 9.
Yeah, but that's homework you're willing to do. At this point, Tej isn't going to take any... Oh, he doesn't need to take any staircases. He's gonna just explore this in a kind of a zigzag pattern, do his best to get as many rooms as possible.
And Redbird, remember, that was a screen that he never looked up because TGE was able to get there unscathed the first time around. He finds it, and now here it comes, and explosion in 3, 2, 1, now.
Yeah, that's a very unhappy Redbird right now.
No, we don't have him, of course. But ladies and gentlemen, here's Zelda. So we need to get 7 or 8 white sword hits, but a warm Zelda hug is going to cost TGE 1 heart. Unfortunately, she is teleporting to the left. Doing it again. There's 4. She's doing it again. That's 5. And there's the nice warm Zelda hug. But TG gets the stun lock. Down goes Zelda. We've got Royal Jelly and the Triforce of Wisdom. So provided that TGE remembers where that shutter door was, TGE will take a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 match.
No, and I know for a fact Teach maps his 9s, because you should always map your 9s, children.
Well, I never map my 9s, but then again, I don't do competitive Zelda randomizer racing. I just do them for fun. So I guess there you go. But yeah, if you're in a race, yeah, it's always a good idea to map your level 9s because they can be up to 64 rooms. And there's that shutter door. That's where the Aquamentus was. Get your GGs out for TGE. He will complete the seed in just under 69 minutes. A great showing by TGE tonight.
Yeah, fantastic. Just overall, and nothing against Redbird here. One bad luck moment. But with that, we have Teacher here in the booth. You weren't keyless tonight.
No. There was like, I had 10 or 11 keys when I found the any key? It's hard to connect a key when you have so many.
I know, yeah. And then that's just always the way. You have 10, 11 keys, and the game's like, hey, here's the any key, have all the keys in the world now. But here was where you ended up winning tonight's race. It had to do with Recorder Lake's wooden arrows, and Redbird just checked it right before you hit the dot done. Maybe about a minute.
If my mapping is correct, I mean, I didn't check any of Death Mountain because I didn't have to, but that was the rare shop, yes? Yes, it was. That's the only place to get wood arrows. So that, I guess, is your overworld block. I mean, the overworld block technically was the any key with the power bracelet, but yes, the recorder with the arrow.
You know what? I'm gonna ask Fred if that's actually in logic. I know it's not, but to me, I'm just gonna say it is. Just, I mean, you know.
we can certainly claim it is.
Yes, let's just do so. Why not? But yeah, your routing was pretty darn good tonight. I mean, that definitely helped you out. Then there's the one for Redbird. Yeah, he's digging level 8.
I mean,
yeah.
So speaking of digging level 8, that is something we do have to talk about.
Yeah, by the time I had pot committed myself to it at that point, so I'm like, all right, I got the bow, I got the arrows. I know there was some Goma shenanigans. I've pot committed myself to this level 8. All right. Here's the thing: is if level 8 if it's got something great. If it doesn't, I'm probably behind.
Well, you may have felt behind when you digged out that level 8 and you didn't find anything there. But yeah, unfortunately, it just happens to be. It was one of those right routing seeds there. I mean, if you found the recorder if you got the ladder in level 2, you actually got the ladder second. So you got the recorder second, but you weren't all that far behind Redbird in picking up that recorder. So, I mean, it was pretty close until you made that wood arrow purchase. You checked Recorder Lake quick, found the wood arrows, and correct me if I'm wrong, Goma was guarding the Triforce path in 8, was he not?
I think Goma was guarding the Triforce path in 8, yes, 100%.
And it does look like we have a forfeit on Redbird's side.
Yeah, Redbird's seen enough of that level 8 to know he's not happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that seed was not the worst seed I've experienced in the past 2 weeks. Once you got by the overworld, which was absolutely garbage, it wasn't bad, aside from the 72,325 dig doggers.
And the 72,325 Wizrobes that were in the overworld, but you navigated those like a pro. I'm going to go back to the start of this race here, TGE. The Wizrobes just let you buy going into the level 6 spot, and they let you buy leaving. How cool is that?
Yeah, that never happens.
I know. We talk about if vanilla level 6 is a start location and you have enemies like Wizrobes and Darknuts or whatever, you're pretty much boned at that point.
So with that, we do have Redbird in here now.
Yeah, we do have Redbird. And I'm just going to tell you right now, the Recorder Lake, that pretty much was game, set, and match for you this time around because the item in level 7 was wooden arrow blocked, and it led to the silver arrows.
Yeah, no, I knew it as soon as I saw the Goma there. I knew it was.
And of course, because it's you, it was 7, right?
Yep, exactly. Saver metrics. The play to 7 ends up being the answer, because for those of you who do not know, in the very first tournament, this was a term I coined, sabermetrics, because in many of his races, when it was between level 7 and level 9, you'd have Saber's opponent check 9, but the silver arrows end up being in level 7. That's sabermetrics.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the thing for me was I had found everything on the overworld, so I stopped doing overworld stuff and didn't realize that the rare shop was going to be under Recorder Lake. And
Yep.
that killed me. If it was a regular shop like every other match, it's perfectly fine. I mean, I've pretty much routed this seed fine. It's just needed those arrows. Nothing I could do there.
Yeah, what got me well was the fact that I got the ladder out of 2, and I was doing some other thing, and I can't remember if I died or if I'm like, no, I have the ladder. It's like 30 minutes in. I'm just gonna go to the ladder spot. Got the recorder, made my way up. I ended up dying somewhere in there. I'm like, okay, I'm back to start. Let's just blow this recorder. Oh, hey, arrows!
Yeah, so what ended up happening was you died. I want to say you got to level 5. You left level 5 and died shortly thereafter.
Yeah, it was probably right up in that general area. Yeah, because based on my tracking, I probably died right before I got to the power bracelet spot up there, because it's the only spot in the northeast that isn't checked off for me.
But yeah, we avoided Death Mountain for the most part. That's
Completely. It was practically barren. And I'll tell you what, the any roads tonight are probably the best you will see in quite some time. For all 4 corners. But yet Death Mountain, a bust.
Maybe you didn't really need to use them.
No, yeah, but that's the thing. Is that the any roads had no bearing whatsoever.
There's no reason to use the any roads ever.
Immaculate any roads in a seed where they hardly mattered. Go figure.
Also, I love how this tournament likes to meme on me, because I think this is like the 4th or 5th race in a row where I haven't found the wooden boomerang, and I know by default it's in 6 because I found everything else.
Correct. And Redbird obviously passed it up. You saw the magical boomerang in 1. You were able to dodge that, of course. But yeah, you made the right decision, obviously, to go into 7, because in your mind, 6 was still in play. So let me just ask you, what made you decide 7 over 6?
If I'm being honest, the meme. I'm playing Redbird.
Yeah, that would make total sense. And yep, there you go. Level 7 being the winner, as it is 9 times out of 10 when you're facing against Redbird. Why it works that way, the game knows. That's all I can say.
I mean, at that point, I had explored 3 rooms of 7 and like 7 rooms of 6. So it's like, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. They're both about the same size, I think.
Oh, yes. 32 for 6.
Let's go to 7, just because, it's at this point, we'll have a little fun with the meme.
Yeah, about as even as you get. 32 for 6, 34 for 7. But man, oh man, TGE, you have been on quite the run in this tournament. I mean, your only loss, not counting the the group stages before getting into the knockout rounds, was against Jay Coper, and that was literally a photo finish as well. I mean, you could have easily been perfect going into the bracket stages. I mean, you have just been on some kind of roll, TG. I mean, you're playing well. You made great decisions. Your combat has been solid enough to carry you through. I mean, all in all, you could be the one to beat in this top half of the bracket, TGE.
I mean, I appreciate the words there, but I mean, if you look at the other 3 people in this bracket, I mean, just look at I'm playing against Redbird, who's an absolute quality opponent. There's nothing to say that Redbird won't just come back the next 2 and pound my face into the ground the next 2. And then if you look at the below bracket, I mean, CG7 and Sci-Town, neither one of them are a slouch. I mean, you can ask Nora. Him and I have had this conversation. I have said on numerous occasions, yes, I've called them out, but I don't want to face Sci-Town in this tournament. He's playing at another level right now.
Yeah, Sci-Town has just been, I mean, he's been lights out. I mean, his runner-up finish a couple of years ago against RC Drone was no fluke. He is legit for real and is looking poised to maybe take this tournament. I mean, anything is possible. I mean, that's why they play the randomizer. I mean, you look at all the upsets that happened, especially in the round of 32 with Jay Coper being eliminated. I mean, X-Ice Blue getting swept by Panzer Dave. I mean, the rookie of the year, the number 3 seed, Caffey, losing to Adaginos in the round of 16. A TA99, a past champion in his own right, losing in the round of 32. It doesn't matter. You get to the stage of the game, anybody can win any race at any given time.
And like you said, Redbird has been the comeback kid. He was down 1-0 in both Elendar and Slamu's races. So
yeah, exactly.
This is not over.
I'm in the bad position here. I put Redbird's got me. He's got me right where he wants.
Exactly. I mean, you've done it before twice. You were down 1-0. So this is going to be your 5th elimination game here, Redbird. You're going to have to win this and a 6th if you want to make it to the semifinals. But I guess if anybody can do it, it'd be you, Redbird.
Yeah, it's kind of a flip of the coin with you get down to these last 8, and it's just who goes which way. And I mean, tonight it was just one screen, right? Like that's all it was. So it looks like it's a huge difference. I'm down 2 Triforces, haven't found 9, went in there or anything, but that's only because I was arrow blocked. So it's like it's all going to come down to a flip of the coin for every single match from here on out.
100%.
Absolutely, man. Just GG to the both of you tonight. Great play as always. But yep, TGE 1 win away from advancing to the semifinals. What are your thoughts?
Well, let's worry about game 2 first. I'm going to say the same thing I said playing against Fred. My selfish just to play more one heads-up matches against Redbird. Like, that game 3 sounds nice, but at the same time, that game 3, no thank you. I personally, I would love to end it in 2, but if it goes to 3, game 3, game 7, whatever you want to call it, that's the best, and it means I get to play more heads-up against Redbird. That's a win-win.
Almost certainly is. I mean, just a great showdown between the both of you. I expect some big things to happen in game number 2. I'm definitely excited about it. And again, Redbird, you'll have to win the next 2, but again, anything is possible in Zelda Randomizer. Great race. I have no further questions. How about you, Narastra?
No, I don't have any further questions, but we will most likely be heading over to Speed Gaming 2, where we've got Panzer Dave and Fury SK locked in a race 3, winner take all, advance to play
Homer J Smash.
J Smash.
And this will complete our 8 quarterfinalists. Whoever wins that match between Panzer Dave and Fury SK, that should be a good one. So we're going to take you there right now. Before we say goodnight here, one other thing I want to mention, hang on, because I do want to take a look at tomorrow's races, because we do have one race tomorrow night. It's game number 2 between Sidetown and Captain Green at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We don't have a restream channel just as of yet, but it will be on one of our Speed Gaming family of networks. I will be on the commentary along with CD Improv. Sidetown up 1-0 against Captain Green 7, so he'll have a chance to punch his ticket into the semifinals. So with that, that's going to wrap it up right here on Speed Gaming 3. Please make sure you give both of our runners, RedBirdGrad and the Greenleaf Effect, a follow. And again, special thanks to Al Soa for doing the tracking tonight. And of course, for my commentator partner, Narastra. Great to work with you tonight. It was a lot of fun.
It's a pleasure, Laws. And like I said, Panzer Dave, Fury SK, they're about 48 minutes in. It's going to be a great race. We'll head over there. But again, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for being part of the Z1R community. And y'all have a good night.
Absolutely. For everybody here on Speed Gaming, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. He's Narastra. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you again tomorrow night for more exciting Zelda Randomizer coverage. Good night, everybody.